Let my revenge begin.
覚悟してろよ。行くぜ。
Welcome to Warbricker Coo's Reviews. I'm your host, Warbricker Coo, and today we are looking at the Super Skrull figure from Marvel Legends. He was part of that Fantastic Four wave, and here he is. So, let's take a look at his accessories. You're looking at one right there. He has a flame effect that comes off. He also has two regular hands if you want him to have just regular hands, or you want to make a regular Skrull, which I think is wrong. You need to make sure you have another body for it. So if you want to do something like this, like I did, I don't like the weapons, but I think that looks better. His head does fit, or you can just switch it over here. Okay. But yeah, I love the Super Skrull. Let's get a closer look at him from one of my favorite books. Here is a quick look at him on the cover of Annihilation. If you have never read this book, then you need to do yourself a favor. Stop watching this review right now and go watch or read Annihilation. And this is more of Annihilation. There's a Super Skrull right there. And I wish I would have used that costume. That's the more up-to-date one, but you get what you get. Because it looks pretty cool. It's more modern, I guess. But I'll take Super Skrull however you can get them. I also want this character eventually. So, yeah, that's enough for sharing the comic. Back to Super Skrull himself. I do very much like this figure. This is what sold me on this entire wave, because I really didn't need the Fantastic Four. I just didn't. That was just more or less a bonus, because I really want this figure, and he's great. Some people may complain that he's too small. Here he is next to Captain America. I think he's big enough. I think that's fine. Okay. I think that's perfectly fine. Plus, Skrulls are able to change their shape. So, you know, if they want to come out with another one or a army builder for Skrulls, I would love to see it on the future. But technically, as long as you have enough of these heads, or a head similar to this, you can just keep building more and more. I'd rather not, just because to me that's Super Skrull to me. I'd rather have some variety. So hopefully Hasbro in the future will release a regular Skrull soldier. But let's rate this guy out of 10. I like the texture look up here. I would give him out of 10 probably a 9. That's how much I like this fig. So yeah, now let's rate the wave. All right, my least favorite of the wave is one that we probably could have done without, only because they really messed up the head. This looks like Dan Larson. If you don't know who he is, check out Dan Larson in the booth, okay? That looks like Dan Larson, so that's not my favorite. I like Dan Larson, but I don't need him as a Marvel Legend. This is the one figure I could have easily passed. His stretching powers are terrible. That's all they give you for Mr. Fantastic. I like this suit, but man, that's pretty dang lame. So he would be last. Next up would be a Johnny Storm. And don't get me wrong, I like Johnny Storm. We needed a regular version of him. But somehow this one, for me, it's missing something. I think it's something in the face. So he's my next least favorite. Then after that, I would put Ben Grimm, because this is essentially the same thing we've already had. If you had the Marvel Legends Walgreens version of it, he's the same thing except not painted as well, but I do like the face better, and the belt's pretty cool. So that's the only reason why he's there. Surprisingly enough, I do like this Sue. Okay, they gave you a cool effect, which is this right here, that she needed. And her face is better than the last one. So I'm very happy about that. Very happy about that. So this is where they started getting good. Surprise, surprise. Super Skrull's right here on my favorites. Because as good as he is, the next two are just that much better. And honestly, these two are my number one. I tried. I thought I knew I liked Doom more. but at the same time, I like this one just as much, if not more. So I keep going back and forth. I read both comics pretty heavily as far as books with Doom in it, and I read her whole run. So I'd have to give these two both a tie. They're in my top 10 for figures of the year for sure. There is no way both of these are not going to be in there. I'm telling it right now. First quarter, and these are already in my top 10 for the year. Where they fall depends completely on what else I get this year. But these two are essential for any collector, in my opinion. Go get them now. So again, I hope you liked that review. Until next time, peace and chicken grease.